Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday the 27th of March 2023 here in Bangkok. But this game is going to be a game from yesterday for reasons which become clear in 1 second. The reason being that the Guardian has not appeared. The Guardian has appeared. The Guardian Sudoku puzzle has not appeared. Neither has the Observer Sudoku puzzle from yesterday. So either the puzzle setter has taken a holiday without informing anybody, or the webmaster is on a go slow, and maybe they're going to arrive at some point in the future. I don't know, but anyway, there is no Guardian or Observer puzzle to play. But on a Monday, I like to go through the easy game, which is always true on a Monday, and explain the rules of Sudoku to absolute beginners. So we'll be playing here the Los Angeles Times game for yesterday. It's still the 26th of March in Los Angeles right now, and that's why I don't have today's easy game. So I want to play this before I leave. I'm heading out in a minute. So let's have a look at this game. So how do we play the game of Sudoku? Well, we have rows across. We have 9 rows across, and each row contains 9 squares. And all we do is put numbers 1 to 9 in each of the squares. We have columns down here, 9 columns, and they each contain 9 squares. Again, we're putting digits 1 to 9, and then we have these small 3x3 blocks, and we put numbers 1 to 9 in those as well. How do we go about finding the numbers? Well, look at this column here. Look, this has got a lot of numbers already in it. So we've got 1, 2. We don't have 3. We don't have 7, and we don't have 8. But we've got all of the other numbers. If you check, look, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9. So we're missing 3, 7, and 8. So the first thing we can do is we can say, because we understand that a number can appear once only in its row or column, so we have a 7 already in this row. So because there are only 9 squares, the number can't reappear. So we ask ourselves, can this square here be a 7? And the answer must be no, it can't, because we already have a 7 in this row. And here we have a 7 in this row as well. So again, forbidding any other 7s in this row. So when we look at this column, this square and this square can't be 7 because of these 2 7s here. And that only leaves one other possibility, remembering that we need a 7 as one of our 3 missing numbers. So we know in fact that the 7 has to fit there. And that leaves us with 2 other possibilities, 3 or 8, that have to complete this series of 1 to 9 here. So now remember, a number can only appear in its row, column, or block once. So look here, we have a 3 in this block already. So 3 can't reappear in this block, and that means this square here can't be 3 because of this 3 here. So we know that 3 must be in that square because that's the only other possible square. And now we only have one empty square. We've got everything except 8. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So we know that that has to be an 8. Got the hang of the game? Right, so we use this idea of, only one possibility, a kind of just one unique place where the digit can go. So we have 1 blocking down here and 1 across here, and that means that that's the only spot where a 1 is allowed in this grid, in that block. Okay? Right, okay, I think you've got the hang of it now. We have 3 in this column here, blocking all the way down to the bottom. That's going to give us a 3 in that square. And we're going to take that 3 that we just put in and say it blocks across this row now. We have a 3 blocking across this row and a 3 down this column, and therefore 3 must fit into that square there. We're going to take that 3 and take it to the top and up here and across here like this. And so the 3 must go in that square there. Then we've got 3s blocking up these columns and across this row and across this row. And so again, just one possibility. That's the final digit 3. We now have a 3 in each of our small grids. And because each grid contains numbers 1 to 9, there can't be any more 3s. So yeehaw, we can now take time to celebrate. Okay, that's enough time. And we'll get on with the game. So now we have 6 blocking across these 2 rows here, and that means that a 6 must appear in that square. 6 blocks up here and across these 2 rows here, and that's going to put a 6 here. If you find this is too fast for you, because you're absolutely brand new to the game, please rewind. Try it again. It's not like the old-fashioned rewinding of a machine where you have to go, or something like that. Nope, just click the mouse wherever it needs to be clicked, or tap your finger on the screen, whatever is appropriate for your particular device. Okay, down here we have 7 blocking this square, so there's only 1 square left where the 7 can go. That has to be here. And now there's only 1 digit missing for this block here, which is an 8. So we'll put the 8 there, like that. This 8 blocks up here, and that gives us an 8 in that square there. Okay, so missing digits in these 2 squares have to be 4 and 9, and we have a 4 blocking all the way across here. So the 4 goes here, and the 9 is the last number we need for this particular block. And now there's only 1 empty square in this column here, so that should be the next place we go to. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5 anywhere, so let's put our 5 into that square there. Then we'll take that 5 and say 5 blocks across here and 5 blocks up here. That gives us a 5 in that square there. Now, let me show you a little bit of forward thinking. Let's see, this 5 blocks across here, right? So where is the 5 in this block? Well, it might be that square, or that square, or that square. Not this square, right? But it's in one of these 3 squares. Can't be in this square here, but it has to be in one of these 3 squares. Now we look up and down, we can't see an intersecting 5, so we're not sure exactly where it goes, but it's got to be one of those, because this 5 means that it blocks this square. So let's consider this middle section now. So whether the 5 appears in this square, or this square, doesn't matter, because it definitely cannot appear in these 2 squares, because we know it must be one of those 3. So these 2 are forbidden again. And now this 5 blocks down here, 5 blocks down here, and the 5 blocking across here. So in this block here, we know that the 5 has to be in that square there. It can't be anywhere else. Let's try that again. So we've got 7 blocking up here like this, right? And 7 blocking across here. So in this block, what do we know? We know 7 is in one of these 2 squares, this square or this square. So if it doesn't matter which one it's in, whether it's in this square or this square, it means that 7 is forbidden in these squares, because 7 must appear either here or here. So this is blocked here. And then we have 7 blocking across here. So 7 blocking up, across, and one of these 2 squares blocking 7 down. We know that the 7 has to be in that square there. Getting it? Good. Right, we've got 7s blocking across this bottom row, and this row here, and down here, and down here. So that's going to put 7 into that square there. Right, let's have a quick look and see what's missing up here. We're looking for 4, 7, 9, and I can't decide which is which yet, so just have to leave it. So this is about the game as well. Often you're looking for a number, but you can't find it, but you leave it, you come back to it, and you'll find it later. This column here doesn't... I take it back. I was about to tell you something untrue. Let's not do that. Let's see now. What do we need? So if you're playing on a computer, it's often a good idea to highlight the digit like this so you can see where things are. We have 2s blocking across here, and that will give us 2 there. 2 blocks all the way down here, 2 blocks across here. That puts 2 into that square there. 2 blocking across here, and down here. So in this block here, 2 has to appear there. Okay, we have 5 blocking across here like this and 5 blocking across here. So that puts a 5 into that square. 5 blocking up here and 5 across here puts 5 here. 5 down here, 5 up here. That is our final digit 5 because we now have 5 in all of the small blocks. Let's keep looking. 6 blocking down here and 6 blocking across here means that's our 6. 6 blocks that way and 6 blocks this way. So that's the final 6. So 3, 5 and 6 are our completed numbers. We don't need those anymore. We're looking for 8, 9. Okay, so we have 1 blocking across here. That means 1 is either in this square or this square. We've got 1 blocking up here as well, see? So 1 is limited to either this square or this square. So whether which one of these two it appears in is okay, it doesn't matter. We do know it can't appear here, right? If it's either this square or this square only, it can't appear here. Then we've got 1 blocking across here and we've got 1 up there. So that's going to put a 1 into that square there. This 1 blocks this square here. Now we still need a 1 in this row, so that's the only other possibility, is to place the 1 there. And the missing number here is an 8, so we'll put that in. Like so, 8 blocks down here, that gives us an 8 here. 8 blocks across here, this is the only other available slot now. And then 8's blocking up like this, that gives us an 8 there. Now down here we still need a 9 to complete this block, so let's put that in. We also need a 9 to complete this column and this block, same digit of course. And there is only one solution for Sudoku. 9 blocks up here, that gives us a 9 in that square. 9 blocks up here, that gives us a 9 in that square. The missing numbers here are 1 and 4. We have an intersecting 1 from over there, so that means 1 must be in that square and 4 is the last number for the column or the block. Same thing. And down here, what are we looking for? 1 and 2, I think. So we got 1 blocking across here, so that would be the 1, and 2 is the last number we need. Then 2 blocks across here and up here. So that will give us 2 in that square. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8 are finished. We're looking for 4, 7, and 9 only. That's all we have left, 4, 7, and 9. Now there's 1 number missing across this row. I can see a 4, I can see a 7, so that helps me to spot the fact that it must be a 9. 9 blocks up here, and that gives me a 9 there. 9 blocks across these 2 rows, that puts a 9 into those squares. Now we're just lacking a 4 and a 7. I've got 7 here already. That must be 4. That must be 7. 7 blocks back that way. That must be 7. And then we just have 4 in these squares to finish our Los Angeles times easy level game for Sunday, I guess, but it's Monday here that I'm playing the game. Thank you, and I hope to see you later in the day when I come back later for some trickier stuff, and hopefully the Guardian will arrive at some point or another. See ya.